Hello, everyone. My name is Ana Martha Ayala, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I like to teach you all the degree theory by Nikola Stojanovic and how to apply his theory in reading natal charts. So in today's video, I wanted to find out the mystery of Princess Diana and how she died. And I went to Wikipedia and looked up the information, which I'm about to share with you guys. There were two natal charts available. I chose the one that I thought depicted what her life was about. And all of the information that I got from Wikipedia, to translate it to the astrological natal chart. I don't know if her time is, the correct time, but I think this chart pretty much describes what her life was about. So let me share the screen. And by the way, I will not draw any conclusions because I don't want any issues with the royal family, even though Diana has been deceased for a very long time. Still, you don't want to mess with the royal family, but I will leave it up to you to decide which one you think happened. Okay, I am just gonna point to the possibilities. I'm gonna show you what the facts are, and then you make your own conclusion. So let me share her chart with you all. Wait, I did not hit that. Here we go. Share. Okay, so this is Princess Diana, um, the Duchess of something she was. Excuse me. And she was born July 1st, 1961 at 7:45 p.m. Like I said, there were two charts. The other one is at 2 p.m., but I think this one describes her fate a lot better or a lot closer. So as you all know, if you've watched any of my videos, that the 18th degree is a malefic degree. It's the degree of the devil. So we don't know, or I am not aware if she had any, what do you call it, incurable diseases. I do know that she suffered from depression and bulimia. But anyway, that's not the purpose of doing this, because my interest is in the eighth house, which describes the way that you're going to die. So I'll briefly discuss her chart real quick. Saturn in the first house, she would be a thin person. She would grow up real quick, mature very fast. But then Saturn in the first is always people that are mature when they're young, but then physically, as like they look older than what they are when they're young, but as they grow old, they don't age, like they age very well. Let's just put it that way. So Jupiter in the second house means that you're gonna have a lot of money. And look, it's in at the fifth degree in Aquarius. Fifth degree, you guys know that it's the sex appeal, like people with this degree. Um, this is the degree of famous people like movie stars or people that have some kind of sex appeal to them. The moon in Aquarius at 25th degree. So the moon in Aquarius itself is she was the princess of the people of the world, actually, because everybody, I mean, I remember the wedding to Charles. I even watched it for a few minutes, and I'm not into show business or keeping up with the royals or any of that stuff, especially back then. My life was filled with a lot of other stuff than watching the royals get married, but she was a very popular princess and very, very well loved by everyone. Um, The third house is at the 18th degree, which again is the degree of the devil, the malefic degree, and it's in Pisces. Pisces is what we don't have. So what happened when she was young? Her parents separated in 1969. So she was 8 years old at the time. And it was a really ferocious custody battle, according to Wikipedia. Okay. And you can tell in the fourth house, right? Aries rules the fourth house, and it's at the 23rd degree. So, um, her parents would be divorced because it's the degree of Aquarius. Kitty. Sorry, that's my kitty. Um, but there would be a lot of arguments, a lot of discussions, a lot of issues with Aries in the fourth house, a lot of battles. In Pisces, the third house, going back to her childhood, she took ballet and piano lessons, which basically is described by the third house. So, and she was good at that. She was a very artistic child. So this matches, right? Um, she had Venus in the fifth. So this indicates a lot of love affairs. And according to Wikipedia, when her marriage went down the tubes because it was all fake, right? She was basically chosen to have two children so that the royal family would continue. Um, then she, suffered from bulimia, suffered from depression, but then she also started to have affairs with several gentlemen. She had one affair, according to what I read, with her equestrian coach for 5 years. And with Venus and Taurus, number one, it's the ruler. So what she was looking for was a safe, secure, stable relationship. That's what she wanted in love. Taurus doesn't like change. Taurus is a fixed sign. But when you marry a Gemini, when this your seventh house is in Gemini, you're guaranteed at least two marriages. Okay. By the way, this Sagittarius Gemini line is one of the most unstable lines for marriage. Sorry to let you guys in on that one, but it is. So the first husband, this would indicate that she would have two marriages, right? The first one would be somebody born of her natal origin. You see that Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, is in the seventh house, so that's very powerful. But the degree of 18 degrees for the first marriage is not good. I'm just going to say that. The second marriage would have been to a foreigner because it is at 9 degrees, the degree of Sagittarius. And this marriage would have been good because it's the sun. If you have the sun or Jupiter here, those are good indicators for marriage. So let's get to where this video is all about. Let's see if we can solve this mystery or at least give you something to think about. Uranus conjunct an out of sign conjunction with Mars is an indicator of suicide. And according to Wikipedia, she was suicidal at times. She suffered tremendously because of this marriage. And she was very unstable. So this indicates that she could have attempted suicide. Obviously, if she attempted it, she wasn't successful, and this does not show that it would be successful. However, here's Pluto. Now, Pluto means, because the eighth house is your partner's resources. So her partner's resources would be ultra, ultra rich. This is big wealth. This is not Jupiter. This is Pluto. So Pluto means big money. So her partner would have a lot of money. And when they got divorced, her settlement was $26 million and $600,000 per year for expenses. So that is an astronomical amount. And she got divorced, I think it was in the early 2000s or something like that. So back then it was even more money than it is now. However, Pluto also rules assassinations. So I was trying to see if I could find out what the truth behind it was. So I went to the gentleman's chart that she was with on the night that she died, which, by the way, she died in a foreign country, right? She died in France, and Leo rules France. Just say. So let me pull up this other guy's chart and we will see, we will continue to investigate what happened. So she was with a gentleman called Dadi Al-Fayyad. So let me go here and share the screen so you guys can see his chart. So again, I'm not going to go into the discussion of his chart because he is not the focal point, right? But the eighth house starts in Sag, so he would die in a foreign country. Where is Jupiter? Jupiter is in the third house and the degree, 21st degree, which is the degree of Sagittarius. It's in their third house, which is the house of short trips. One of them being driving, places that you go where you were driving. So what happened, or what would happen? He would be in a foreign country, right? Where's Jupiter? Here in the third house, and it's conjunct Uranus. And oddly enough, it's in Cancer. Diana's sun sign was Cancer. So this would mean a car accident in a foreign country. However, there is the 23rd degree here in Uranus. So that means that it was either in a very high place or it could have been suicide, but I don't think that in his case it was suicide, obviously. And if you guys notice, Pluto is in the fourth. It is not in the third. Pluto is in Leo. And the fourth house starts in Leo, but it's not here in the way that he would die. So, was he assassinated in France? I don't know. Could be a possibility. But the way that it describes here is that he died from a car accident. So I don't know what you guys think. I'm going to leave it up to you to decide for your own what really happened. Diana does have the Pluto in the eighth house. The eighth house describes how you are going to die. Dottie has Pluto in Leo, but it's in the fourth house. So if he would have been assassinated, it would have been in his natal country. So this concludes my video on Diana's natal chart. I hope that it gives you something to think about, but at least you see how you can apply the degree theory in reading a natal chart, at least parts of it. If you like this video and you've learned something from it, please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and share it with somebody that you think might find it also very interesting, or at least learn something from it. Um, Thank you for your time and attention. If you would like a natal chart reading with me, please send me an email to amaastrology@aol.com. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, give it a thumbs up, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much.